What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data, and be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we have building permits change for the month of September, and we have housing start change for the month of September. At 8:30, 9 o'clock, 11:10, and 11:30, we have Fed Speaker Bostic, Kashkari, and Waller speaking. And at an unknown time, in 2:30, we have the monthly budget statement for the month of August, and we have some CFTC data being released. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish and traded 61 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 318 points to the upside and seeing a 241 point sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was an exciting day for those addicted to the thrills of the NQ. And boy, did the bears come back with a vengeance. We can literally count on one hand how many days where we saw real aggression from the bears. And with that amount of aggression that we saw during yesterday's session, the bulls did not feel comfortable in their long positions for the first time in a very long time. So if the bears can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 380 and 350, because this is the range that opens the door that will lead the bulls to Bear City. Because if the bears break through this range, we can see some serious downside. However, if the bulls can hold this range and price begins to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 450 and 430. Because if the bulls can find support above this range, it is highly likely that the bulls will be continuing their rotation higher. So tomorrow is definitely going to be very essential for the bulls, because if they don't hold, we will see a lot more downside. And don't forget, tomorrow is OPEX. So this price action that we saw today could be because of that, but we're definitely going to have to see what tomorrow brings. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish and traded 13 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 56 points to the upside and seeing a 43 point sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, price traded to the downside into a previous area of major support. And when the bears failed to rotate price lower, we saw the bulls step up and begin making their rotation higher, but was met with a lot of bearish aggression after making all new all-time highs. And if the bears can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 880 and 875, because this is the range where we saw price break out to the upside, and I do expect for passive buy orders to be resting in this area to buy the retest. And just like the NQ, the bulls have to hold this range, and at a max 870, because price trading below this area will result in a massive downturn for the market. But if the bulls can regain control overnight and price begins to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 900 and 895. Because this is the range where we saw bears broke structure to the downside, and I do expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. So both markets are in the same situation. They have to hold this last line of defense because a failure from the bulls here will result in a massive downturn going into tomorrow's session. So I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets started off the session bearish, then had a massive rally and traded into a previous area of resistance. Both markets had a massive sell-off from the highs and traded into a key level of support. And finally, both markets have to defend this key area of support because a failure from the bulls at this level will result in more downside from the market. And also, be mindful that tomorrow is OPEX. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.